It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson here for 2K.
The Nuggets have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court. Welcome to the Pepsi Center in Denver. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. The Spurs would love to finish off this road trip on a good note. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Bertans in at the small forward position. No problems knocking that one down. Aldridge has got his first points in this one. Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, Clark, is bread and butter, that great jump shot of his.
Yeah, that's something that every big man needs. That high release, really tough to get to that shot.
Here's Murray. For him in the win against Oklahoma City.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Harris passes to Barton. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Here's Jokic. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Murray. Rebound San Antonio. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws here tonight. That's good from Green. And both free throws good for Green.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
They set the pick. Screen by Fareed. It's tipped. 5 on the clock. Here's Barton. From outside, off the mark.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Parker. And finished off by Gasol.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And San Antonio has possession. Denver getting their last shot to go. Parker's shot is off. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And so Murray nails both of them. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Parker outside. That's tipped. Here's Barton. And he uses the glass on the layup. And that ties it up.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Now, here's Parker. 14 points from him the last game against the Warriors in Oakland. At the elbow, it's Aldridge. They kick it out to Green, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number one, the Spurs.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end, and you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
And it's Green missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Here's Harris. It's good from long range.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Parker. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside, Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. As Greggy is talking about, the assistant that was hired was Becky Hammond, a phenomenal player for a very long time in the WNBA. And Clark, you know, you and I were talking about this before. She was a perfect candidate to become the first full-time female assistant.
Yeah, I agree with you, and it might not seem like that big a deal to some, but this was a big-time barrier breaker that the Spurs pulled off.
Out to the right wing. Screen by Fareed. It's deflected. Parker with the steal. Finished off the break.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Murray kicks to Fareed. Harris, right side. Denver passing it around. Jokic passes to Harris. The feed to Murray. Just 5 on the clock. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Here's Murray. He's got 6. Fareed outside. Screen by Fareed. Jumper off the screen. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Over to the wing. Here's Pertinis. It's hauled in by Harris.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And Gasol sends it back.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Barton. Last game he had 12. Here's Murray. Rebound, San Antonio.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And the Spurs with possession here. They trail by 1. Gasol no good.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
And again, Denver no good. The Spurs shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Aldridge wide open. He fires. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game.
And so last season for Tony Parker, somewhat of a shift. I mean, he was solid, but injuries cost him a few games. He also had his lowest assist and points per game totals since his rookie year. But he fought through like the champion that he...
Swap here on the floor. Moutier kicks to Anderson. Now here's Arthur. He's covered by Anderson. The dish to Beasley. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And here's a look at some stats for Manu Ginobili. How his last 10 games have gone. First in three-point field goal percentage. And also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
Now here's Duncan. Nurkic with the block. Arthur with it. 10 points last game out. Good on the shot.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Lee against Anderson. 9 feet out. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Spurs lead by 2. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Moutier, and that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Here's Beasley. Off the pick, and he comes off the screen and spins it through.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Here's Nurkic. Buries it down low.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
San Antonio trailing here. Anderson outside. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Lee against Anderson. Good. Lee's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. The Nuggets shooting 40% here in the early stages. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Earlier I spoke with Mike Malone. He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Manu Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Mills following Emmanuel Moutier's 3. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. 5 to shoot. Ginobili can't get that one to fall. The Nuggets leading by 3. Now, Moutier, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Kicks to Anderson. And there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul into the lineup of the Spurs. Jonathan Simmons.
Fades back. And it goes at the buzzer.
Digging deep to hit that shot. That shows some serious guts right there.
Oh, man.
No explanation, no excuses, no hesitation, no fear. Just tremendous execution.
Tim Duncan closing out what's been a remarkable career, a Hall of Fame career.
He really transformed the franchise.
Well, as Mano saying, Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time League One.
Well, he's right there. And listen, let's give him a little more credit. I mean, he's got 5 rings now, you know, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all. But when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in.
Assistant
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Arthur. Nurkic is out there with Anderson. Then there's B, and it's Moutier in at the point.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
He feeds it to Arthur inside. Aldridge on him. Moutier. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And now it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Mills with the steal, and Mills with a clear path to the hoop. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Denver.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The Spurs making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Here's Murray, covered by Mills. Now Murray. He's got 6, 5 to shoot. Screen by Fareed. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills. And stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Here's Murray, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Harris dishes to Barton. Screen by Fareed. Back to Harris. Unloads. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
And here is Parker. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Pass to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. Puts up the baby hook. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. Marcus Aldridge, a polished mid-range shooter as well, and he's working on expanding his range out beyond the arc.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? Last season he made over 10 times more threes than the season before. He made them at an impressive clip, too. I think it's something he should keep as part of his package.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds. And, you know, he's always, Aldridge, been a great shooter from everywhere. But don't forget, also terrific at the free throw line as well. I mean, last season he was excellent among power forwards, only second to Dirk Nowitzki.
Bertens, he's checked in for San Antonio. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Hakeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Oh, good with the triple.
You know, and with Aldridge's great shooting ability, I mean, he doesn't have to put the ball in harm's way. He has always done a great job of limiting his turnovers, and that's an underrated aspect of his game.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And here's a look at the stats for Fareed. His last 10 games have been exceptional. Third in shooting percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And, you know, that's an impressive accomplishment. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why he's one of the best in field goal percentage.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Here's Murray, covered by Parker. And Fareed has it in the corner. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and another miss by Denver.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
It's Ginobili outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Murray, covered by Parker. The dive for the ball. And 2 free throws coming up in that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That one on Parker. And look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defense.
And one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Gasol passes to Aldridge. They set the screen. Ginobili on the wing, guarded by Harris. Down low. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Both free throws good from Gasol.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. He has 8 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed him.
Nuggets call timeout.
Denver calls timeout. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
David Lee's checked in for the Spurs. Green comes in for Ginobili. Here's Barton. Rebound, San Antonio.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And that one's good. Parker. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
I'd say, 8 lead changes, that speaks for itself.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Here's Murray, covered by Parker. Here's Harris. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harris has got 8 points.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Parker outside. He dishes it to Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 6th assist on the night.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Jokic passes to Barton. Screen by Fareed. In the corner, it's Harris. Another 3 for Denver.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Dishes it to Gasol. To the middle, stolen by Fareed. Here's Murray. He's got 9. Passes it to Fareed. Here's Jokic, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Fareed against Lee. 5 to shoot. Hartley. Here's Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And let's bring up the list of rookies that will make you pay for sending them to the line. These are the free throw percentage leaders since the All-Star break. Take a look at Murray. 4th in the league and as consistent as they come at the free throw line.
No doubt he's earned his spot among the great rookie free throw shooters through hard work and repetition.
Well, he's been locked and loaded at the line, really focused, confident in his repetition and his routine. And I tell you what, that's a great asset, especially late in games.
And Anderson kicks to Arthur. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Simmons. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Denver's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And Moutier throws it down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Here's Simmons. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Simmons got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Anderson dishes to Arthur. And Nurkic has it in the corner. The pass to Moutier. Here's the floater. Good D by Gasol.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
In for the Spurs, Tim Duncan, Kyle Anderson.
16 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Moutier. Not a lot of room. It's Anderson with the drive.
No, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Screen by Duncan. Mill. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to a close.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. The second quarter saw them lose just... And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. And what about Pau Gasol? I mean, he's been sensational.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
On the floor for San Antonio, the always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Bertans in at the 3 spot. Inside. And that one's good. Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Aldridge a screen. There's Green with the three, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And guys, as a second-round pick, Danny Green was once an afterthought out of North Carolina. Now, he's one of the most dangerous three-point shooters in the league.
You're right, Kevin. Throughout last season, and 42% from beyond the arc for his career. And great consistency, too. He's been over 41 every season for the past 4. A signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that.
Denver's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Murray kicks to Fareed. Screen by Fareed. Here's Barton. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Talking about Danny Green, he owns one of the better field goal percentages for a volume three-point shooter in the league. And he's a marksman at the charity stripe, too. A valuable role player for any offense.
And when you think about Danny Green, he doesn't just hit from downtown. He does it when it counts. 13, and he made a total of 27 threes, smashing that previous record of 22, and that's coming up big in the biggest moments.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
And how about we take a look at Tony Parker? This last month, he's been positively spectacular. 2nd in three-point field goal percentage. 3rd in free throw shooting. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And back to your point, I mean, a lot of his effectiveness has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Aldridge. Outside, Green. Launches a 3. Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Bertens. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. There's the pick. Jokic passes to Barton. He kicks it to Murray. And the basket good. Murray's got 11.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
San Antonio calls timeout. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Bertens. Aldridge a screen. Ginobili attacking, and Fareed sends it back. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Harris with it. Now Green defending, and the basket by Harris.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Tony Parker, at least some of his success can be attributed to playing with talented bigs. I mean, in his rookie season, he plays with both the Admiral and Tim Duncan. He kept that partnership going with Duncan for several more championships. So while talented, he's also been very fortunate.
Well, talking about Parker and the bigs, Tony benefited from their presence, Clark, but they also benefited from his play.
Really, early in their careers, the only way to defend Parker and Duncan was to pack the lane. And once Tony developed a consistent jump shot, the only way to defend them was to hope and pray.
Right. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. Ball going up court. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Parker.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Murray uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got 13.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Harris dishes to Barton. Rejected by Gasol. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Green leading the charge. Here's Ginobili. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Ginobili outside. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. 8 points for Ginobili.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Here's Barton. Pass to Jokic. Banked in off the glass. He's got 6.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Parker passes to Aldridge. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And it's Harris off the drive. For the lead, and Parker gets it to go. The assist by Ginobili. 14 points for Parker. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Greg. He's enjoying every second of it, Clark.
He is.
Yeah.
Listen, the fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
There's the pick. And it's Harris off the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got 15 points.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Aldridge kicks to Green. Clock at 6. Gasol a screen. It's Parker with the drive. The shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Now Murray. He's got 17. Feeds to Fareed. Here's Barton. Out to Harris. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. The feed to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And it's Green missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Harris misses.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Parker kicks to Green. That 3 off the mark.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Spurs trail by 3. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Parker drives in, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Parker's got 10 points in the quarter.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Fareed, there's the killer two-handed slam.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And the wide-open shot from Green. And it's good, and the assist by Parker. Green's got it all tied up now for the Spurs. Murray dishes to Barton. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Screen by Fareed. Barton passes to Murray. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For the lead, and no problem from Ginobili as he finishes at the rim. Ginobili's got 10.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Got it off in time, but it's no good. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Spurs lead by 2. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. San Antonio leading. Moutier out there with B. Then it's Arthur. Then there's Anderson. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Now here's Moutier, covered by Duncan. Beasley kicks to Moutier. Screen by Nurkic. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. Anderson's shot is off.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Duncan with the bucket.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Moutier dishes to Nurkic. Anderson against Lee. Anderson outside. The fader. Arthur, no good.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
There's the dish to Mills. Picked by Lee. Mills passes to Lee. And the Spurs scoring again.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
I agree with you. I mean, and now that we're moving deeper into the fourth, it's really the point where they add a few more points to the lead, and I think they can put this thing away and consider it over.
And Anderson gets it to go.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
There's a screen. Here's Moutier. And it falls over the rim and in.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now perhaps one of the most intriguing draft picks of this past summer, Emmanuel Moutier, can be a game-changing player. Was going to play, Clark, as you recall, at SMU for Larry Brown.
He sure was, and went overseas instead, so we don't know a ton about him other than his reputation is sterling. Now we'll see if he can live up to it.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thanks again, Doris. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And how about Moutier, guys? He has a very interesting upbringing. Born in the Congo, grew up in Texas, then spent last season in China. Already a very well-traveled young man for a player of his age.
To the inside, here's Anderson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Anderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Duncan. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you know, with Moutier, you can't ignore what he does on the court. He has amazing size at the point guard spot, excellent vision, and is a natural playmaker for his squad.
Anderson against Anderson. Kicks to Nurkic. Duncan with the block. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out. I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
It's stolen by Moutier. He feeds it to Nurkic, to the paint. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Beasley.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
And Anderson kicks to Duncan, off the screen, and the powerful one-handed slam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Arthur grabs the board.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
No good from Beasley.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And he jams it with authority.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bringing it down
sir.
hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Arthur. Screen by Nurkic. There's a good screen. Moutier dishes to Anderson. Arthur passes to Nurkic. Anderson kicks to Moutier. Clock at 4. From 12 feet out. They get it back. Spurs leading by 9. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Duncan. Again, Duncan missing. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Moutier, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And San Antonio called for the foul.
at the line for two.
A free throw good for Moutier. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both free throws good for Moutier.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Outside Aldridge. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
It's been a strong one for Harris. He has 17 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Money's checked in for Moutier. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Inside. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Green. 18 points for Tony Parker.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Murray kicks to Harris. Fareed setting the pick for Harris. Second shot opportunity, and Fareed lays it in. Parker with it. Good looking screen by Gasol. Parker kicks to Gasol. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Barton passes to Murray. He dishes it to Barton. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. The Nuggets trail by 8. Barton passes to Jokic. The open shot by Harris. And good. He nails it. Harris has got 9 points here in the second half. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Aldridge a screen. Parker drives in. Another one falls for San Antonio.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Nuggets running out of time. Here's Barton. Pass to Murray. Rebound San Antonio. Parker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Ginobili. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Ginobili has been a handful. He's got 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Both free throws good from Ginobili.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
Advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Denver calls timeout. They trail by 10. 1:57 left in the 4th. Look at Tony Parker. What a contribution.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Tipped away. 1:52 left in the 4th quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, Greg, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
Bertanis, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Barton dishes to Fareed, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
defense has been a little soft, allowing them some operating room inside here in the second half, and they're taking advantage of it, which is what they should do.
Green kicks to Aldridge. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Aldridge has got the lead up to 12 now for San Antonio. Denver's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Barton. With the teardrop, that's good.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Spurs leading by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for San Antonio.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for him in the end.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4-0.
That's impressive on one side, but embarrassing on the other side, Greg.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Parker. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're up by 13. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Now on the court, your very own Nuggets dancers. Let them hear it.
Here's Simmons. There's the screen to the inside. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Nurkic. And the layup is good.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
From deep three-point range, no good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance to...
Yes, guys, I'm here with Tony Parker.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a